Beautiful namaste, yogis. Here I am on the center of my mat. I'm ready to go. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, which is later than I usually film. And the grassy knoll is quite busy, as you can tell, and it's a busy time of year. My usual spot on the other side of the garden wall is filled with people, so here we are on the bright side of the road, which reminds me of Van Morrison's song, From the Dark End of the Street to the Bright Side of the Road, which is really much of what the yoga practice is assisting us to see, is to illuminate ourselves from the inside out to the bright side of the road. So let's do that together. Walk back to the back of your mat. Come to standing if you're not. The placement of your feet. Let's bring them hip widths apart this morning. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees, sink the hips back, and then straighten the legs. Sit it back, get the hands involved, flip the palms forward, and come on up. Inhale, bend the knees, stand up on your exhale. Inhale, come on down. Exhale, stand it up. 2 more. Inhale, sit way down and stand it back up nice and tall. Inhale, smooth we go. Exhale, come to standing. Inhale, come down. Now gaze down at your toes. Often they're hidden behind the knees. So draw the knees back, scoop the tailbone long, lift up to the belly, lift up to the heart, and then lift up into your tippy toes. Utkatasana variation. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, exhale, drop the heels, straighten your legs. Now reach the arms out and up. Look up, stretch up. Catch a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend it over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Catch a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Lengthen, exhale, over to the left. Press down through that right foot a little bit. Roll the left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Maybe gaze up. Back to center. Exhale, float the hands halfway. Rotate both shoulders forward. Palms turn to face back behind you. Reach back. Interlace your fingers, webbing to webbing grip. Roll both shoulders up, back and down. Lift up to the heart. Begin to straighten out through the arms. Legs are straight. Lift up the toes. Lift the kneecaps. Lift the heart, front and back. Lean back, little back bend. Exhale, back to center. Drop the toes. Continue the journey, offering the heart. Leading with the heart down to a deep Uttanasana, forward fold. Arms reach out. Arms reach up and over the head. Drop your head, shake it out. Rock the weight forward a little bit now into your toes. Lift up through the heels. Draw the femur bones back. Inner and outer knees press back. A humble bow of the lower ribs. Drop in a little bit further. Maybe separating the palms. Good. Bend your knees a lot. Hands down onto the earth. Now, toes out, heels in. You might widen your stance a little bit. Come down to this shape called Malasana, a squat pose. Sometimes the heels come all the way down. Sometimes they don't. You might fold up the mat, or you might just come up into the tippy toes. Elbows to the insides of the knees to encourage the opening of the hips. Hands to the heart to encourage the opening of the heart. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Hands come on down. You'll walk the hands forward. Let's come to downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart. First downward facing dog, let's bend and straighten the knees. Little side to side action. Rooting through your hands. Feeling the outer elbows to the inner wrists. Tracing the inner wrist to the outer wrists. And then press the weight forward into the hands and feel the bones of the hands and the pads of the fingers. Keep all that. Come back to center, high up onto the tippy toes. Right leg lifts up nice and tall. Point the back toes. Little circles in one direction. Circle in the opposite direction. Back to center, flex your right foot. Press way back. Lift the belly, lift the left thigh. Gaze forward. Step the right foot forward, right in between your hands. Drop the left knee down, low lunge. Press down through the left shin. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Catch a hold of the opposite elbow with your hand. Stretch the heart up as you sink the hips in, down. Whoa, a little off balance for me. Good. Back to center. Now come out of it a little bit. Release the arms. Bring the hands to prayer at your heart. And let us twist to the right, left elbow outside of right knee. Bring the palms a little closer to your heart to deepen the experience of the twist. You might tuck the left toes under and lift up through the back of the left leg. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then press through your strong legs and bring it up to twisted high lunge. Drop the back hand down, spin the front palm forward. Lean it way back. Release back to the shape of the twisted warrior. Rotate forward, both hands now to the inside of the right foot. Toe heel the right foot out to the right. Drop the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Press down through the top of the left foot and down through the inner and outer ankle and down through the left shin. You may want to lift the back knee a little bit, big stretch into the psoas. Good. Drop the left knee down, straighten your right leg, any amount coming onto the heel of that right foot. And we'll take it for yet another twist. Left hand walks to the outside of the right leg. That left arm reach back. Right hip back a little bit, left hip forward, belly in. You might stay here. You might adventure further. Little bend in that right knee. Plant the hands. Now the hand print in front, we're gonna take it for an arm balance here. Bend your elbows and find a placement where the left elbow is to the outside of the top of your right knee, right elbow underneath your right hip, and then lean forward. Any amount, you might come all the way into the hands, lifting both legs up. You might straighten the back leg and breathe. Good. The exit, left leg, right leg, walk it forward. Come back, both hands, frame the right foot. Now the right foot is right in the center. Tuck the left toes under, lift up to the back of the left thigh, lift up to the belly. Inhale, right leg up and through. Bend the right knee, take it for a nice hip opener here, squaring the shoulders, lift up through that right knee a little deeper. You might stay here, or you might drop right foot back behind you. A couple of you may reach that left arm up and come all the way to a back bend here. Big inhale, big exhale. And then you'll press through that left hand, right hand comes back, rotates forward, high up onto the left toes, lift the right leg up, drop the right foot down, drop the left heel down. High up on the tippy toes, roll forward. Bend both elbows, come on down, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, lift the heart, melt the shoulder blades. Press down through the hands, feel the pads of the fingers, feel the pads of the toes stretching way back. And then from the navel, lift up and back, rolling over your toes. Downward facing dog, let it happen. Home base. Go ahead and call yourself home. Call in all parts of yourself. The sticky spots and the spots that have a little bit more freedom. Integrate. One of the definitions of yoga is integration. All right, Left leg lifts up. Yes? High up onto the right toes. Point the left toes. And then nice little circles on that left side. Both directions. You'll gaze forward. Flex, flex, flex that left foot and step it right on through. And then into the hips we journey. Drop the right knee down. Let it happen as you untuck the right toes. Good. And feel the buoyancy and lift of the heart. Air is the element of the heart, they say. The hands are the motor organ of the heart. Offering up to the sun and the sky. Scoop the tailbone towards your left heel, hips heavy, belly lifts, heart lifts, gaze lifts, breathe. Good, exhale, hands. Find your prayers at the heart center. Woo. Twist to the left. Right elbow outside of left knee. Pause. Ground down through your right shin. Left big toe. Lengthen the spine so you draw the shoulders back a little bit, the head back a little bit. The breath is flowing. You might stay here. You might tuck the right toes and lift the right leg. Feeling the lift and buoyancy in the heart and the breath. You might come on up, twisted lunge. Drop the back hand down and lift the right thigh up. Spin the right palm up to the sky, lean it back. Twisted lunge. Don't give up on the bend of that left knee. The rooting of the left foot and high up onto the right toes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale gracefully, making your back to twisted lunge. Now come on forward. Back to the shape of twisted lunge. Drop your right knee back down. Now the placement of the hands, which are the motor organ of the heart, they'll find their way down onto the earth and you sort of make your way so that the right elbow outside of left knee, left hand underneath the left hip. It's a little faith, act of faith here. You'll lean your heart over, maybe finding balance here. You might let the hands be the grounding as you lift up through that back leg. Maybe lift up through that front leg. You might straighten both your legs. Flex the feet. Come on back down. Forward we go, both hands frame that front foot. You'll retuck the right toes and lift up through the right leg. Come on, let's go. Left leg up. Left knee bends. Freedom in that left hip. You may continue that act of freedom as you drop the foot down and spin the heart up to the sky. Maybe that left hand finds its way down. You'll spin the right palm. You might walk the feet in a little bit. You might bend and straighten. You might bend and straighten. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Feel that rooting on the right hand and right foot, left arm comes up, rotates back down, spin the right wrist, stretch the left leg up, drop the left foot down, high up on the toes, yogis. Let's come on down to the earth. Come down to your knees. We'll lift up the heart one more time. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands at the hips. All right. Camel pose. This might be the pose here as you spin the palms forward, fingertips meet right at the low back. You kind of press into the kidneys, giving them some support, and the heels of the palms press into the lower hips. And you press your way forward, and you press down through the shins, and you lift up through the front of the heart and the back of the heart. Shoulders melt down the back body, gaze lifts. Maybe this is where you stay. You might tuck your toes under. We'll give ourselves some room this morning. You might drop it down. Hands find the heels, lift up to the heart. Front of the heart, the back of the heart, the sides of the heart. You might send the gaze back. Press of the feet all the way up. Hands find their way to the heart. Hips to your heels. Guide the hips to one side. You'll free your legs. Give them a little shake, shake, shake. You'll cross your legs like a mudra. Get all that goodness right into your body and let the hands find their way to the heart center. Big breath in. Full breath out. And all that sunshine. Fill the body with bright, shiny light. Bright, shiny you. Namaste.